the Delusional Series, compiled according to the teachings of the Master. Author Fafu. The Delusional Series. Part 9. The product of meticulous confirmation and practice. Once we fully understand how our minds fabricate thoughts from a young age, we'll realize that all our subsequent creations, no matter how elaborate or comforting, are ultimately illusory and detached from reality. By recognizing the illusory nature of our thoughts, we can understand why our actions based on these delusions never bring lasting happiness. In essence, all human suffering arises from our inability to distinguish between reality and our fabricated mental constructs. By exposing the falsehood of our thoughts, we can free ourselves from the cycle of suffering. From a young age, we are conditioned to fabricate thoughts through constant questioning. Phrases like, "Do you want this?" or "Do you miss mommy?" introduce children to the concept of desire and longing. Initially, children have no inherent understanding of these concepts. However, through repeated exposure, they learn to associate certain mental states with specific terms. This lays the foundation for more complex thought patterns, such as those involved in writing essays. These early experiences, including pretend play, serve as intensive training for the mind. Children are constantly practicing the art of constructing mental narratives, reinforcing the habit of fabricating thoughts. This training continues throughout our lives, culminating in formal education, where the mind is further refined to produce increasingly sophisticated and elaborate thought patterns. It doesn't take long for humans to develop the ability to fabricate elaborate fantasies. By the time one completes elementary school, they are already capable of constructing intricate narratives through writing. With increasing knowledge and experience, these fabricated narratives become more complex and sophisticated. However, it's important to recognize that these creations, no matter how elaborate, are ultimately detached from reality and often based on misconceptions. Given this constant fabrication of thoughts, how can we achieve lasting happiness and peace? Consider a simple task like cooking rice. Even a seemingly minor detail like forgetting to turn on the power can result in a failed outcome. Similarly, in our lives, deviations from the natural order inevitably lead to suffering. Whether it's in our work, relationships, or even our speech, adhering to principles and understanding the consequences of our actions is crucial for well-being. Delusions, being inherently chaotic, always lead to failure. Our parents, as products of their own conditioning, often speak from a place of delusion, perpetuating patterns of thought that lead to suffering. To cultivate lasting happiness, we must learn to recognize and eliminate these delusions from our minds. Why do we often cite Barack Obama's speeches as a standard of excellence? It's because he has mastered the art of delivering well-prepared, coherent speeches. However, many of us neglect this essential practice. Our thoughts often wander aimlessly, leading to incoherent and ineffective communication. From a young age, our minds are trained to fabricate thoughts. Over time, these fabricated thoughts become automatic and habitual, creating a distorted reality. These delusions can manifest in various ways, from visual hallucinations to auditory illusions. By recognizing the illusory nature of these thoughts, we can begin to take control of our minds and achieve greater clarity and peace. Begin your training with simple, respectful responses like, "Yes," "Good," and "Okay." When greeting someone, a simple hello is appropriate. When given a task, a respectful yes or okay is sufficient. However, the use of correct should be approached with caution. It is generally more suitable for individuals in positions of authority to affirm the correctness of their subordinates. Therefore, it's crucial to be mindful of one's social status and use language accordingly.